You guys, it's about to go down. My name is Seabass, welcome back to Normal MTB here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to tell you guys about my worst crash I've ever had on a bike, and luckily I actually got it all on video. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So this whole thing starts in January of this year, so only a few months ago. And, we were pretty new at that point. Normal MTBer was only about a month old. And we were really lost as far as what kind of content we wanted to produce and, what direction we were going. We just really didn't know. So our best instinct was, hey, let's go do some stuff that Brandon Semenick would do. So here we are, looking around our local area, finding the coolest drops or the coolest jumps or all that kind of stuff, right? And filming it and doing what every up and coming or any kind of, small Instagram or YouTube channel would do to try to gain some clout amongst the interweb. In our area, we have what's called the and in this area, it's basically a coastal state park of some kind. I don't know if it's state or county, but it's a public area that's along the coast, which has a bunch of trails. They actually allow bikes up there most places, so we were able to basically just ride up and not have any issues at all. People thought it was really, really cool. But anyway, there's up there in this area, there are a bunch of rock outcrops that have what look like deer trails or, hiking trails of some kind that are on them. So we had just gotten a drone and we were thinking, hey, let's go up there for sunset and do a really cool sunset shot of us riding down one of these rock crops. So that's precisely what we did. Packed up our gear, rode up to the very top of a peak out there just in time for sunset, and it was really, really epic. It was a little overcast, but it was still a very nice view. You're able to see the Pacific Ocean pretty clearly up there. So we're thinking like, okay, this is awesome. We got the perfect scenery. We've got, fairly decent weather. Everything's looking good so far. And to make things even better for us, that whole area has a bunch of ex-military or abandoned military bunkers from World War II, I believe. So it adds this dynamic to the video that's just so much more amazing. So we're stoked at this point. And we start setting up and we get the bike ready. We find the trail that we want to do. And then it starts getting super, super windy all of a sudden. And we're thinking like, oh man, the wind is coming in. We got to rush the shot because now we're waiting for the wind to die down, but it's not dying down. And now the sun is almost gone. And so we're like, okay, crap, we can't miss this opportunity. We have to pull the drone out now and we have to go film this one section. So we're basically rushing everything at this point. We got a couple shots up on top of a bunker with the ocean in the background. And, I wasn't really too happy with it. The clouds had already come in at that point, and it just wasn't looking very good. So I'm thinking, okay, let's get down to the next section just below where we are right now. And there's this really cool trail that drops down onto this, like, super sketchy, super loose rock quarry thing. And it looks like there's a trail that takes you all the way down past this rock section into these bushes down at the bottom, and I think it'd be perfect to ride. So I puddle my bike over there, get to the top, click the GoPro on, and this is what happened. Here we go. Dropping. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right off the bat, it was already going bad. It was super sandy up at the top, and as soon as I got down into the parts where it was kind of rocky, it was so loose that my front tire had virtually no grip. My back was just sliding around, and you were pretty much uncontrollable with how loose a lot of these small little rocks were on the surface. And it's kind of hard to tell, but on the right side, there was a huge drop-off. So if I had fallen off to the right, I would have definitely rolled down that hill and probably gotten even more hurt than I actually did. So in this section here, I'm starting to really realize that I'm kind of screwed. And just to mention, I did not scope this trail out at all. I had no idea what was coming up, so I was going into it completely blind, which is rule number one of hitting new things, is you never just want to hit them. You want to look at them or at least scope them out slightly before you ride them, and I didn't do that. And so at this point, I'm realizing, okay, it's really loose, it's a lot more rocky, and these rocks around here are extremely sharp, like really razor sharp. And if I mess up, then I'm screwed, and this is what's going through my head. And so sure enough, I jinx myself, and I come down into this last little rock crop, and I look in front of me, and I see that there's not really any way out of this rock quarry. So I'm going to either have to jump or try to roll it. But my ass decides to roll it, which was not the best idea. And next thing I know, my front tire gets caught on a slightly large little rock in the ground. It slips out completely, and I go over the bars, face first, into these super sharp, jaggedy rocks. But unfortunately, because I had my hands in the way of my face, I did get my hands torn up quite a bit. And I'm sorry if I have to blur this. This is YouTube. You know, they have terms and conditions, and I don't want to get this video banned or taken down. So I have to blur this. But if you guys are interested in my injuries and want to actually see more graphic imagery of that, go hit up my Instagram channel. They have not taken it down there yet. So go visit Normal MTBer on Instagram. Scroll through my feed, and you will find it. I've posted this video a couple times, so you'll see it there if you want to see more gore and more blood, right? But I can't show it here, unfortunately. Well, that was one of my worst crashes ever. Definitely broke my hand, missing a bit of skin, ripped my favorite jeans. But hey, at least I got a beautiful view to look at while I'm in pain. Ugh. So after all that, I do consider myself pretty lucky, especially when you consider the fact that I didn't have gloves on, I didn't have knee pads or really any other kind of actual protection aside from a helmet, and I tumbled maybe like, I don't know, 15 feet down a rock crop. It was not the best situation for me at all. And at the end of the day, all that happened was I messed up my hand pretty bad. I'm pretty sure I broke it. I lost a lot of skin. I lost some blood, you know, and I got a pretty good gash. Plus, tore up my leg, tore up my jeans, tore up my own shirt that I had. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still fine, still walking. Everything's good on my end. So I consider myself pretty lucky. So what's the moral of the story? Firstly, I'm going to definitely scope out my lines, and I have been since then. It's kind of dumb to go into things blind, and always have gloves, knee pads, and all that good stuff on. So I hope you guys like the story. That's the end of it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, and share this to your friends. I'd love to get this page rolling, and if you don't already, follow us on Instagram at NormalMTBer. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!